Hey, it's Alex, the producer here. So I constantly have people ask me how they can get into real estate investing. And logically, before you can start to buy and hold rentals, you need to have money. And I mean some money, not a ton of money. Let's go. I would recommend flipping be the place where most people start. I'm not saying that you can realistically do this without having any money, but there are easier ways to get into the flipping game by either finding people who have money that can partner with you or potentially finding a private money lender. So if I were to ask you, what do you think is the number one most important thing to get into the flipping game? The deal is the most important part. Here in late 2023, inventory is the problem. And even back during times when inventory was easy to come by, I still saw plenty of people making foolish moves, buying properties that weren't necessarily good deals. I just finished flipping this house. Many of you probably remember as Heather the Hottie, also known as Heather the Hoarder. In this video, I'm going to show you how to determine if a deal is actually a deal, how to calculate repair costs, and how to get funded when you find a deal, or a property, I should say, that you're ready to move forward on. Step 1, how to determine if a deal is a deal. So let's start with the numbers. The numbers are everything. If the numbers don't make sense, the deal dies before it starts. Or if you have the money to buy or a partner willing to put up the money, be prepared to be one and done. You lose money and never want to buy another house again. Trust me, I've been there, done that more than once. If I can help you in just one way, it's to teach you that you can't fit a square block down a round hole. If you're reaching to try and slim down a renovation budget or stretching the comps higher than is rational in order to convince you or someone else that the deal is worth doing, don't be surprised when the only profit you walk away with is an education and no money. There are multiple calculations, one being the Mayo formula, it's called, meaning maximum allowable offer. It is a simple mathematics formula that I use to take the after repair value, you multiply that by 75%, and then you subtract the cost of repairs. That will give you the price that you can pay for the property. Certainly, as a rookie investor, you're not going to be able to figure out the ARV on your own, and a good realtor or investor mentor is invaluable to your success. Okay, on to step 2, how to calculate repair costs. I would say this is one of the hardest parts of flipping real estate, and even those of us who have been doing this for a very, very long time, the variables are constantly changing. For example, in the last few years, the rise in the cost of materials has been crazy. If you'll be partnering with somebody experienced, they can typically walk a property and come up with a range in 15 minutes. But if you're on your own, now would be the time to search how to calculate the cost to renovate a house. For me, I'd say the best advice I can give you is to start with the most expensive items first. Number 1 being the roof. Number 2, the HVAC system, then plumbing, electric, flooring, kitchens, and bathrooms. If you don't know anything about the actual items that make up a home, pause this video and just look around your house. Every little thing needs to be accounted for. Drywall, paint, baseboards, all the way down to the doorknobs. Invest your time in learning and understanding the items in a home and the cost to replace them. When attempting to estimate repair costs as a rookie, I strongly advise that you overestimate rather than trying to get an exact number. Because if you have too much money budgeted, great. However, if you run out of money, it could literally be game over for you and your project. Step 3, how to get funded. Okay, so let's pretend you found a property that you want to buy. You've gone to the house, put together an estimate of repairs, and your realtors run the numbers to give the after repair value. Now it's time to line up funding. In almost every flip scenario, you won't be able to get a loan from a regular bank due to the property's condition. If the property only needs cosmetics like carpet and flooring and paint, it might be possible, but I'd say in 90% of the properties that I purchase, the closing is only going to happen with cash or some sort of a private money loan. If you simply Google private money lenders near me, you'll find what you're looking for. And if you've used the formula I provided in this video, there's almost certainly a lender who will be willing to lend on the deal if the numbers are in that 75% of maximum allowable offer. As I said before, the deal is everything. If the numbers don't make sense, don't expect anyone to be willing to fund your deal. But if the deal is good, you could probably find 50 people willing to partner with you, or someone or some company that will lend you a large portion of the purchase price and even the repair cost. If you don't have any money or experience, there is still hope. My recommendation would be to do what is called wholesaling. This is where you pass the deal off to an experienced investor like myself in exchange for a finder's fee. After doing this a couple of times, then you'll have enough money to cover the down payment of 10 to 20%, which is going to be required by most private money lenders. I could make a 5-hour video on this subject alone, but the key is to get out there and start looking at properties and analyze deals so you begin to feel confident and you understand how this process works. If you're in the Tampa area, I'd be happy to connect with you and help you get into the real estate game. Give me a shout.